Dominique writes, Howdy Collider. So I'm going right into the question, where the heck is Tim Robbins? Granted, his latest movie appearance was in A Perfect Day, which was released in 2015, but I wouldn't really consider that a big movie. I'm talking like a big release movie. Has he taken a break or what? I would really want to see him do a bigger movie because I think he's a great actor. Your opinion?
I love Tim. I think he is fantastic. He was one of the reasons to me why Shawshank Redemption is one of the greatest motion pictures of all time. All of our top 10 lists change and shift and whatever, but for as long as I can remember, Shawshank Redemption has always been in my top 10 greatest films of all time list. It will always be in my top 10 greatest films of all time list. Robbins is no small part of that. He was also brilliant. He gets overlooked a lot for Mystic River. His performance in Mystic River was skull crushing. I thought he was so good in that. It was a supporting role, but it was one of the best supporting performances I've ever seen. Seriously, I thought he was that good in it. So I don't know where he is. Now, I know he's very politically involved, so I think that takes up a lot of his time. I think maybe he burned some bridges with his political stuff as well. But I would love to see him pop up more because I just think he's that damn good.
Well, he just did that TV show, too, with Jack Black.
That's right, the political one, right?
Yeah, and he's been in TV Land is where he's been, and that didn't do very well. So I think he'll make a return to movies, and I hope that he goes away from the political stuff too, because it's him and Sarandon. It's so in your face, and sometimes, and I think you're right. Sometimes
it's a little off-putting.
It is,
even though I agree with a lot of stuff he talks about. Even I'm like, okay,
yeah, I'm not saying one thing about whether I agree or not agree with his politics. It's just like there's too much. Even like the problem that I've had with Neil Blomkamp movies sometimes, like, or even Tomorrowland, smashing you over the head with messages, and that's the same thing sometimes when you're talking about your beliefs. But I think that Robbins is a guy that I'd like to see come back. He's a phenomenal actor, like you mentioned, like Bull Durham, all these movies that he's been in the past. He's a great actor, so I'd like to see him come back.
I forgot about Bull Durham.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where he is. He's in a hammock with Susan Sarandon, which is exactly where I'd be. She still looks phenomenal. They're together. I wouldn't want to get off, I wouldn't want to get out of the bedroom just to go into a movie set if I couldn't have Sue with me. She's like, what, 109 years old now, and she is still gorgeous. Having said that, Tim Robbins was really good, and thanks for sharing. It's a smaller movie. I think it came out last year, starring Mark Ruffalo. Yeah. He was great in a smaller role in that. So he's at that age, too, when an actor might be doing more supporting roles than leading roles. And I will give $1 to anybody or woman, man or woman on this table who can tell me the name of the pilot that Tim Robbins plays in Top Gun. Who wants the dollar?
Oh,
the name of the pilot that Tim Robbins plays
Cougar.
in Top Gun.
Slider.
Oh, no,
Merlin.
Incorrect,
But you guessed, and you lose the dollar.
Thank you.
Keeping my dollar.